The idea of future highways and freeways has come into question several times. With so many different opinions on if they're a good idea, if they work, or if they're worth the funds they require. Whether you think they're of benefit to the country, they're still being built across the country in suburban areas and to connect growing cities. One of the most major ones that has been talked about is Interstate 69. This route has been in the works for several decades, with nobody knowing when or if it will be finished. There are plenty of completed and opened segments, but the entire route continues to be a large question mark. So today we're going to talk about that, going over the current route, the future route, the timetable for its expected finish, and if it will go according to that timetable. Before we get into it though, please consider subscribing to the channel. We make content like this every week, so if that's the kind of thing you enjoy, I highly recommend you click the subscribe button below so you don't miss any future uploads. It's easy for you and it's very helpful for me. Thank you. So I-69 is a proposed interstate route from the Rio Grande Valley in Texas up to the Canadian border north of Detroit. Currently, it consists of 10 unconnected segments at a length of 879 miles. Starting in the south, there are two I-69 routes, I-69 East and I-69 Central. This is due to the want to connect the Mexican border in multiple places. There's currently a plan for I-69 West to come out of Laredo. Either way, the two current highways start going to the north before ending outside the valley. Starting up again, we move to Houston, where I-69 picks back up in the suburbs, moving through the downtown and continuing northeast before ending in the suburb of Cleveland. Now this is where things get complicated, because the next opened portion is all the way up in the Memphis metro, where it picks back up in Arkansas near the Mississippi River and moves into the city. Here, it passes east of the downtown before continuing north into Millington, where it then ends. Next, we go to Mayfield, Kentucky, where the highway starts up again. Going through Kentucky, it takes a sharp turn to the north at Nortonville, which helps it find its way to Evansville, Indiana. Indiana is a state that has actually worked I-69 into its map nicely. The highway goes from Evanston to Indianapolis, passing through some hilly regions and the Bloomington metro. In Indianapolis, it still has some incomplete areas, picking back up on the north side of the Beltway, before continuing to Fort Wayne and into Michigan. In Michigan, it is fully complete, going north to Lansing before turning east to Flint and ending in Port Huron at the border. So that's where we find our current I-69. But moving into the future of this highway makes things a bit more complicated. It's been in the works for almost 70 years now, and by the time it's finished, some of us may need the sponsor of today's video. Keeps us an online subscription service that makes it easy and more affordable for men to treat their male pattern baldness from the comfort of their home. I've seen the demographics for my channel, so I know there are a lot of men watching that could use this product. I personally have a beautiful head of hair, as well as my father before me, and I will never lose it. But my brother hasn't been so lucky. Even though he's still in his 20s, his hair is thinning at an embarrassing rate, and he may go bald imminently, which is why I gave him Keeps to fix his issue. Keeps offers treatments that are clinically proven to work, with FDA-approved hair loss treatment options that can give results within 6 months for most, as well as hair thickening shampoo, conditioner, and styling pomade. Maybe you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of your hair. Either way, Keeps is there for you. They're trusted, helping almost 1 million men keep their hair, with over 4,500 5-star reviews. They're convenient, treating you at an affordable price and being personalized to address your unique needs and recommended by a licensed medical provider. You can opt for shipments every 3, 6, or 12 months, whatever is easiest for you. It's also discreet, with treatments being delivered directly to your door in non-branding packaging. Hair loss stops with Keeps. For a special offer to get started, go to keeps.com/beavergeography or click the link in the description. That's keeps.com/beavergeography. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. So moving back to the planned portions of I-69, there are some parts that are currently under construction and some that are still just proposals, with a long way to go. Either way, let's go state by state to see the progress. So starting in Texas, there are two places that need work. In the first location, 69 East, 69 Central, and 69 West all need to be constructed to interstate standards. Due to backlash related to environmental impact, it was announced that the route would follow current U.S. highways instead of being completely new highways. This means routes 59, 281, and 77 are all due for an upgrade to interstate standards. The stated goal from the Texas DOT is that these existing sections would be upgraded and designated as I-69 as soon as possible. These upgrades are slow, but they are happening. Portions were added to the I-69 tag in 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2015, but nothing has been designated since. North of Houston, the highway needs to be expanded north through Lufkin and into Louisiana. Some portions are starting to be built, with the stretch between Cleveland and Livingston now underway, with the projected finish date of 2027 according to the DOT website. I'd expect delays though. Moving into Louisiana, the state is yet to complete any part of I-69. It has been the slowest state to act on the future highway, not even working on construction in any portion. Currently, environmental impact studies are taking place, with the highway set to bypass Shreveport and possibly alleviate commercial traffic through the city. This could be significant for the area, but with focus already being on I-49, another future interstate passing through the city that's actually completed here, I-69 has taken a backseat. There are no dates attached to any of this, and it's where the main doubt comes for the highway. I think it will have to take a big call to action to get this built, with other states starting to push the construction forward, and pressure being put on Louisiana to finish their part. Right now, it's just not pressing enough for the state. They have bigger issues to worry about. In Arkansas, things are also yet to be signed, but there has been a short portion finished in Monticello, with only 2 lanes as of now. All of this is expected to move forward once the proper funds are allocated. So obviously that can be a problem, but it doesn't mean it won't get completed. In Mississippi, I-69 is completed in the north near the Memphis metro, and it is in better condition to be completed than other spots. Construction isn't scheduled, with that meaning it won't start until at least 2027, and the state has other roads that need their attention, meaning I-69 will continue to take a back seat. Furthermore, there is a new bridge set to be constructed over the Mississippi River, which is not easy from an engineering and planning standpoint, and this can result in serious delays even after it's planned. In Tennessee, the route needs to be built north of the Memphis metro, and things have been worked on in the past. In Union City, a bypass is under construction and set to be completed soon. For the rest of it, funding is the main issue. And once the state has that, they do intend to finish the road, with Kentucky being in the same boat but having less to finish. The state has finished the route and upgraded it to interstate standards, and they're simply waiting to designate it. In Indiana, work is being finished in the Indianapolis area to get it designated as I-69. That's the last portion of the highway that needs to be finished, and the state has been more on top of things. A large interchange will be required, and construction is ongoing to complete it. But this will be finished well before any of these southern states are done. So that's what needs to be finished. Looking at funding, that's where we find the main issue. I-69 is an unfunded mandate, meaning the government approved it to be built, but never provided any sort of funding to the states to complete it. Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee have all stated that they will not complete their sections of the route until Congress appropriates funds, which brings us to our answer. The entire route stands at a likely total of $25 billion, a massive amount. For the highway to be completed, it's really up to the government to give these funds and make the states use them on construction. It's not complicated, but it is difficult and unlikely for now, because working out these amounts of money with the US government never amounts to a fun time. What I-69 has going for it is that it's a top priority as far as future interstates go, likely more than a lot of other future routes. But it has a long way to go, and it will require a big change in regards to funding. Thanks for watching. Thank you to the members this week: Wise Enderman of the Soil, KMS162, Pull Pots by Hold, JL, Sir JC17, Bryson, Jerome McCall, Dominic Psyche, Rosebud 4, Jeremy Jarvis, Christopher DeAngelis, Dark Bird, Elijah Pass, Big Pasty, Jeremy Crone, Wolfing73, Snyder Swine, Florida Jake, Stormy Knight, Makita Martinoff, Benjamin Whiting, Ryan Devins, and Hazev the Wolf. I appreciate you all so much. If you want to become a member, the link is down in the description below. It's just an extra way to help me out. All the money goes into my savings, so if you appreciate the content and you want to help me out as a person, that's the best way to do it. Thank you very much.